Well, it's first off, good to get a win at Lipscomb. Any chance you get a chance to win on the road is huge, and it was a good road win for us and for our team. And took yesterday off, a much needed day of rest, and today we'll get back in the gym. We'll kind of have split workouts. Some will lift weights, and we'll flip-flop. Some will be on the court and go through some light work, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday we'll come back with regular practice schedule. Be off Sunday, and then we'll start prep week for our 2 games next week, Bethel, and then big road game at Evansville.
Any questions? How important is that rest? Can you put an importance on the rest right now?
Yeah, well, just for the older guys especially. The younger guys need work because their minutes are not like the older guys. The older guys need a little rest yesterday. They'll get a little bit more today with a good weight workout and some stretching and different things. But we need to get our young guys back in the gym and get them working, so we'll do a little bit more with them today. But the rest is good. Rest was good for everybody.
The last 2 games, especially Isaiah and Ed have had pretty big stat lines. Can you just expound a little bit on the huge role that they're playing this year?
Well, they're really good. But they've been really good for a long time. They're 90 and 17 since they've been here. It's like 85% winning percentage. That's really good, and but it's a credit to them and their work ethic and their character and what they've been able to do. And Isaiah's a tremendous scorer. Still need to challenge him on the defensive end. He's got to get better defensively for us because Zay Jackson's not out there to mind the point guard and be the ball stopper right there. So he's got to get better. Ed's been tremendous. He scores the ball better now. Around the basket, out to 15 feet. He's making free throws almost at 70%, and he's rebounding everything. He's had 4 straight double-doubles, 10, 11, 12, 18 rebounds, 5 blocks. Can't ask anything more from him. But we knew when we got them they had a chance to be good players, and they're maxing out right now.
Is that great to see? You had talked about Stacy and Dexter and Brandon having to max out, but it seems like those guys have also, which has really helped you guys.
Well, Stacy's been good, making shots. The thing that we've got to get from him is again, the defensive effort, shot selection, and then turnovers. Shot selection and turnovers are big from him. If he can get shot selection a little bit better, get turnovers down. I was just watching the Lipscomb tape. If we take away 4 turnovers that they get baskets on, layups, and it's just simple turnovers. Now they have 69 points, and then it's a couple other plays to where they're in their 60s, and we may be in the 90s. So, we've got to clean that area up, for as our level of competition when you're going to Evansville, when you're going to Arkansas State, when you're going to Dayton, 3 of those tough road games that we have this month. But Brandon's been good. I thought Brandon was been good all up until Lipscomb. I thought Lipscomb, he was just okay in that game. But we need his maturity and his experience.
Talk about the difficulty that you face sometimes with having those veteran guys on the floor who you've seen win games for you, and the challenge of looking at the bench and seeing those freshmen and having to put them in.
Yeah, it's extremely tough. It's a tough situation because there is the middle ground, or what would have been the middle ground. They're not with us right now. Hopefully the Trez is actually going to start doing some 5-on-0 workouts today. So maybe he'll be back after Christmas. Maybe that's something, that's a possibility. Talking to Eric today, but you're always going to go with the guys sometimes that you've seen do it for so long, but they've got to make sure they're not fatigued, and that they're not hurting us on the defensive end because of fatigue and playing them too long. But it's, somebody was like, well, the freshmen, are they going to stat? It's hard to stat when you're playing 6 minutes, 8 minutes. But if we can fill good 6-minute rolls, 8-minute rolls, 10-minute rolls, defending and rebounding, everybody doesn't have to score. Isaiah can score, Stacy can score, Dexter can score, Ed can score. You don't need 8 guys that can score. We got 4 guys averaging right over 10 points, or Dexter's at 9.
It seems like to me, Coach, that when the young guys come in the game, they don't seem to be losing. They're not trying to win the game, and they're not losing the game. It seems like they're just playing their role. Is that kind of what you get?
Yeah. And you want one or two of them to start separating themselves to where you can see that, man, they're going to be special. They're being solid right now, and that's good. You know, we don't want them. You know, Tyler Rambo, for example, he came in the game the other day. It was turnover, missed shot, didn't get back in transition. You can't have that. You know, it's got to be. Zay Henderson went in and got 4 rebounds in 10 minutes. Didn't score, but didn't have to score. But he rebounded when he was in there. So just need to be solid. You don't have to do anything special. But if they can defend and rebound, you've got other people out there that offensively can score for us. Scoring is not the issue.
Can you expand a little bit on Latrez and his progress and what kind of shot in the arm that's going to be for you guys?
He's doing good. You know, what it's going to bring is when he does get back, he'll do 5-on-0 with the second team today, with the gold team today. He brings toughness. Him and Ed were our leading rebounders last year in conference play. They both averaged 6 rebounds. He knows what we're doing. He knows what's expected. And again, he started 8 to 10 games last year on a very good basketball team. You know, and he played 20-something minutes a game. So a lot of experience, a lot of maturity, understands his role, you know, and has been there and produced. So whenever we can get him back, full go. I don't want to rush him back, but whenever we can get him back, it'll be a positive.
What limitations does he have right now?
He'll do the text I got this morning was he'll do 5-on-0 workout, and we do a lot of fundamental drills that we do. Any 1-on-1, 2-on-2, box outs, live action, no, but you know, shooting drills, fundamental ball handling stuff, pivot drills, different things that we'll do just fundamentally, post feeds and 5-on-0 offense, 5-on-0 secondary break. He'll do all that. Starting today.
I take it he healed quite a bit faster than you had expected.
Yeah, he's done great with his rehab. They've done a really good job with his rehab. Now, this isn't saying now you got to go through a couple weeks of actual practice, so to get in shape and so now you're still looking at, you know, this is the end of November. You're getting the month of December really to get him back to probably play in January is the way I'm looking at it. Where, you know, he's probably a month ahead, which is good because I was thinking probably February.
You mentioned Monday night, you know, you guys held Lipscomb to a pretty low field goal percentage, but they took 71 shots. Is that something that you want to slow down the offense a little bit to slow down the pace of the game, or is that strictly a defensive issue?
Well, part of the reason is we scored 88, you know, and part of it is we play offensive. We do play fast. We're guard-oriented. When I say guard-oriented, you're playing, you know, you got to play what suits Isaiah almost to a point to where you don't want to slow him down. We want to get Ed the basketball around the basket. He's shooting 56% from the field. Brandon's shooting 88. You know, that's the thing. You know, they're doing a terrific job scoring around the basket. So we need to pick and choose our times. We're going to run sets and get the ball inside. If we can run, we're going to run. We do take some quick shots, some quick threes. We're shooting it well from the three right now. We're almost 40% from the three, which is very good. You know, as a team, our 3 main shooters are shooting it at a good percentage. But some of the reason people are scoring is because of the amount of opportunities and possessions. You know, we held Lipscomb with 39% shooting, which is good, not great. 36, 37, that's really good. But we're giving up easy baskets off our turnovers, and then we're not rebounding the ball well enough. We're giving up too many offensive rebounds and second chance points. You know, so if we could take that away, you know, and they had 69 instead of 79, that'd feel a lot better.
Coach, could you maybe just talk about the stretch of games you got leading up to conference play in December?
Well, this is you know, the Charleston tournament was going to be a test, and we went over there and did some very good things. You know, the Colorado game is, you know, one, we had opportunities, but we didn't defend well enough. We lost our composure at times, weren't disciplined enough. Shot selection, like we've talked about a little bit, but now is our next stretch. You know, hopefully we'll play well, and we've got Bethel Tuesday night, and we'll just concentrate on them. We're not even going to really talk about them until Monday, you know, at practice. We'll just need to get our team better. But then we've got 3 extremely tough road games. Evansville is in a great league. They say it's one of the toughest places to play. They got a brand new arena. Then we got Western at home, which, you know, whether both teams are good or both teams aren't very good or vice versa, it's going to be a competitive game. And Western's playing extremely well right now, so that's going to be a very tough game at home. And then we go to Arkansas State, who's picked to win the Sun Belt, or right there in the thick of it. And then we go to Dayton, which is, their only loss in that tournament was to Colorado. Very similar team like ourselves. So now that's another environment, 14,000, 15,000 sellout it'll be. So we just need to take it one game at a time, try to take care of Bethel, and then we'll have a big test at Evansville, and hopefully we can go up there and play well.
At the beginning of the season, you said that one thing that you wanted to find out was whether, with being short, Latrez, you were able to play the same way that you did last year. From a layman's perspective, it seems like you have been. You attribute that to any particular thing?
Well, Isaiah's really good, and Stacy's making shots, and Dexter's making shots. That's one thing. But there are times that in Colorado game, if you look back, maybe we should have been more possession-oriented at times. There's a big shot right before the end of the half that Isaiah shoots a 3, 30 on the shot clock, and I live with it all the time because his chances of making it are really good. But we're playing out there with 3 freshmen at the time, and if we run offense that possession, maybe we go in a half tied instead of down 2. Just different little things like that you got to look at times. But we still want to play the same way. We just I want to give them freedom on the offensive end as long as they're taking good shots, and then just focus on getting better defensively.
I was looking through the play-by-play, and I noticed that I think in the last 2 games, Isaiah has hit 4 or 5 game-tying shots. Has he improved as a clutch shooter? Has he always been really strong in the clutch?
Yeah, he's made big plays since. He's the MVP of the tournament his freshman year. He likes the moment. He loves the moment. He's done special things since his freshman year. So from the half-court shot to the MVP of the conference tournament as a freshman, it just doesn't happen all the time. And so nothing he does is going to surprise me. To be honest, it sounds maybe wrong, but it's expected. Not that he's going to get 30, but that he's going to make the big play. That's part of being a good player.